everyone, this is Sherry with I Love to Giggle Too. I am back again with another video. I had some free time today, so I love watching. Anyone that's been following me for a while knows that when I first started this YouTube channel, that I absolutely love like crime shows like CSI, Fatal Attraction, ID Channel, I Survived, all these different things I absolutely love. So what we're gonna do today, y'all, is I want you to see a clip of this TV show that's called I Survived. Now, mind you, this is going to be season 1, episode 9. I want you to see just a small clip of this TV show. Honey, I was baffled, and we're going to talk about it afterwards. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so, and then also click the notification bell so you would know when new content comes out. So let me grab my guacamole and chips, and then we're going to watch this video shoot together, and then we're going to discuss it, y'all. So if you want to see this whole episode, you have to go on. Well, I have Amazon Prime, so that's where I get to see the TV show. But I Survive has been out forever. They have a whole bunch of episodes. If you've never heard of it, let me give you a little bit of information. It's about people that survive just tragedy. It could be being kidnapped. It could be oh God, what else could it be? Falling in a ravine, being mauled by a bear, all these different things these people went through, and they actually survived it. So here we go, y'all. Hold on a second, and I'll be back with my chips and guac. Grab you something to eat, and let's watch a clip of this TV show.
I have very, very good instincts, and I just felt in my heart that this man wanted to cause me harm. Tchaikovsky's behavior towards co-workers and patients alike was very erratic. It was very unpredictable. Staff felt very uneasy. They didn't know from day to day, from minute to minute, how he would be with them. Tchaikovsky had me in particular enmeshed in a conspiracy theory. I was part of the CIA, I was part of the FBI, I was out to get him. They were clearly the ramblings of a drug-impaired lunatic. I had never felt such a feeling of fear, of personal fear. And this is when my position of authority had to take over, and we had to start beginning to take action. I really thought that I had put him away, but I was just praying that he had been removed from my professional existence. The security staff are unarmed. There are gates that at the time are open. So basically, anybody could walk on to the grounds at any time for any reason whatsoever. It was actually a very easygoing day. I had just paged Carol Kepner. She was one of my managers, a lovely woman. So she was just coming in and just getting ready to sit down, and I was looking up, and I could see Tchaikovsky coming in. I could see a gun, and it was black and shiny, and it looked like a toy. It just looked like a toy gun. The first thing Tchaikovsky said to me was, "Are you ready to start telling the truth now? It's time now to start talking." And I said, "What are you talking about?" That's when he began shooting at me. And he shot me at a very close range. and he just proceeded to shoot both of my wrists, my breast, and my right foot. At this point, my body just felt like it was in a state of explosion. I had no choice at that point but then just to fall back, and I just fell back into my chair. And I began screaming, and he said, shut up, or I'm gonna kill you. And as much as I did not imagine that I could shut up because I was in such excruciating pain, I shut up. I looked over at Carol just to get grounded, and I could see abject horror. She was looking at me like, oh dear God. And I was just my right wrist, I could see bones sticking out. And I thought, geez, I'm not even, I just thought this was it. I was absolutely going to drop dead, and I can't even scream. Will I ever see my husband again? And this monster is here, and he is going to do me in.
Let's talk about this, y'all. First of all, he working at the place, y'all. He a staff member. He crazy, and he made everybody feel scared. How in the world? Now, it wasn't like he was a person that, you know how you just don't get along with a coworker and everybody just don't like you because of your personality. But he had the whole staff scared of him because you didn't know day by day what this guy was going to be doing to people. You would have been gone. You let me go to work talking willy-nilly and crazy. As soon as he started talking crazy, as soon as everybody started feeling fearful, you should have absolutely had them guards take him up out of there. He was a heroin addict and he was paranoid schizophrenic. Get rid of him. So I guess she was going through the procedure, the chain of command. Honey, I ain't going through no chain of command. Get him out of here. If somebody tomorrow at my job start going ballistic, talking all crazy, talking off the side of their head, and just having people in a conspiracy theory that's in his mind, which I'm sure he told people, that's why she knew she was a part of it, HR should have got him gone. Now, this was the other kicker, y'all. Tell me how y'all feel about this little snippet of an episode. You're going to have 2 security guards at the door in a mental institution, and they ain't armed at all. I get maybe you don't have a gun. I get that part because, you know, some of the mental patients could probably grab your gun. You ain't got no taser. You ain't got no pepper spray. So you just 2 guys standing at the door. And so the day he decided to come back, he come in, it said unchallenged. So were they at the door and he walked past them, nobody challenged it? Or were they not at the door, maybe on lunch break, because I'm quite sure he knew their schedule, and just walked in? Now, mind you, this is what got me, is the fact that they didn't have any type of, the gates were open, it's just open. How is the gates open? I've worked in a nursing home before on the Alzheimer patient floor, and they could not get up off that floor. You had to put a code in. No, you had to have a key to get on the elevator. The exit doors were locked because these people would get up and they were wrong. So you have a mental institution that has over 600 people and it's open. If they do get outside, there's no type of barrier going around the building that will allow them not to go out into the streets. You just got an open place with probably revolving doors, and here it is. This man done walked in 2 months later unchallenged and get up in there, y'all, and shoot that woman up. Now, I guarantee you, after this incident, they probably changed their security and procedure and all of that different stuff. But one thing I do know about security guards is most time it ain't the same security guard. You probably have one security guard that stays for the duration, you know, that maybe has some longevity with a company. But I done seen security guards change over time. I used to work at the county, where I work at now, there's a security guard, and there's always security guards that change. Did they notify every security guard on every shift to look out for this dude and have a picture sitting there? Because I'm just trying to figure out how he just rolled up in the building and got this woman. Y'all, it don't make no sense. So let's watch another clip, y'all. We're gonna watch another clip from another one of these I Survives. Honey, this right here, tell me how you feel. A lot of rules get implemented after something tragic happens. Remember before 9/11, you could walk in the airport, get on the plane. It wasn't no TSA and all of that different, security. Well, I guess it was TSA, but it just wasn't all that security of you can't take so many bottles on the plane, so many. You can't take something over 4 ounces of liquid or whatever onto the plane. So something tragic had to happen. But this place, I feel personally, as being a mental institution, should have been a little bit more secure. Because when we're talking about mental institutions, we're not talking about just people sitting over here, maybe a little bit out of their mind, but they're harmless. I've seen people walk down the street. I've seen people that I work with that talk to themselves. They was off the chain, but they were harmless and they didn't harm anybody. They just knew that they were off the chain. But when you're dealing with mental institutes, you could have had a psycho killer sitting up in there, and y'all got 2 security guards that don't have no type of weapon. The folks can bring a daggone knife or a fork from the daggone kitchen and get your tail. Y'all, that one kind of made me a little upset. I gotta watch that all the way through. Let's go to the next clip, y'all. Here we go.
Well, I was in my office and I looked at the clock. It was exactly 11:23, I remember, on the clock, and I had a very, very strong, compelling need to make a phone call. And basically, I had no idea why I needed to do that, because that was very atypical of me. An elementary school principal, I don't have time to just frivolously make phone calls. And so I called, asked to speak with my son. I told him I loved him and told him to have a good day in kindergarten. And as I was talking to him, I was looking at the entrance of my building, and I did notice that a man was tugging on the right-hand door, which is permanently locked. You can't get in that door. He looked like a grandfather to me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he's a grandfather, never been at our school. I need to go help him. Well, I left my office, and my intent was to go find him. I went to the right after I got out of the office area, in our lobby area. I thought that's where he would be. When I got there, he wasn't there. But something else told me to turn around and look down the hallway to the left. And so I did, and when I looked down there, he was standing in the hallway outside of our kindergarten classroom, just kind of peeking in the door from the hallway, and I decided to approach him. And when I did, I obviously startled him. I don't think he anticipated anybody was coming up behind him. I said, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "Is there someone I can help you find?" He immediately turned to me and started kind of digging around the left side of his stomach area, and almost instantaneously pulled out from his left pant leg what I now know is a machete.
Now the second one, y'all. What is the granddaddy up there doing? The old man. What old man done decided he want to hack up some little kids? But you know what? Now this one was secure lock. Nobody could get in. But as soon as a parent came in, let me tell you something. We got a secure lock building here. Sometimes people jar that door open. If I walk by and I see it's jarred open, I'll kind of peek out the door and see maybe if somebody's bringing in their groceries or something. But if I don't see a car around, because we can drive up in the little driving port thing here and bring your groceries in. If I don't see anybody out there, I close it. That's the purpose of having a secure lock building. Now, when I come into my building and I see somebody standing there, and I know they're not a resident or something, I am real apprehensive on going into the building. People will step out of your way and wait for you to open it, but you're not gonna piggyback behind me. Because first of all, I don't know you. Second of all, if you were invited, this is my thinking. Tell me how you guys feel about this. This is my thinking. If I know I have company coming over and I'm supposed to be in the building, then if I'm standing at the door and the security building is locked, then you should be on your phone calling your friend, say, hey, I'm outside. Can you come outside? Or if I don't see them with a bag of food in their hand, it's not an Uber or DoorDash type thing, Uber Eats or DoorDash, then, I'm not letting you in the building. But if you were invited over, if I invite my kids over, my daughter over, or something like that, and that door is locked, she knows to call me, or she'll be like, Mommy, something like that. But this guy was just standing outside, and the parent just walking, doing their business, and this person just piggyback in behind them, and there it go. Could this have been avoided if the parent, and I know how we are as people, we don't want to come off as being confrontational. We don't want to, ruffle any feathers. But when it comes to certain criterias, no. I'm going to be that little aggressor, or you're not coming behind me just walking up in the building. For all I know, you may have got into it with one of the people in the building, and you here to walk in and beat them up or kill them or something. And God forbid, I don't want my name put on that I let you in the building. Only people supposed to be in that building, y'all, is the ones with keys, or you can call your people or something. They say, can you let me in the building? No. Who you looking for? I'm going to ask you that. Only reason why I'm going to ask you who you're looking for is if you converse with me and say, hey, can you let me in the building? That's the only reason why. I ain't just walking up to random people, y'all. But it's too much stuff going on now to let somebody piggyback in. I work for, like I mentioned before, I work for the county, and we were not allowed to let anybody piggyback in. Some people will forget their badges, and then when you swipe your badge, they try to go in behind you. Let me tell you what happened one time at the county. Even though you may know that person, let me know. You don't know if that person got fired, and then you think, oh, that's so-and-so. She could come in, but you didn't work in the same department, so you don't know if that person got fired. So this is what happened at the county building one time. This was well before I was there. This guy came, well, his wife worked there, and him and her had got a divorce. So he came in behind somebody else because he said, I'm so-and-so's wife. He went up, I think it was on the child support floor. He went up there, and then somebody, first of all, he got let in under the guise that I'm so-and-so's husband. If you were so-and-so's husband, you should have went around the front, came through security, called her and told her to come down to the first floor. They let him in the entrance where the co-workers were. He went up on the floor that he knew she worked in. And the floor, when you get in the building, the floors that you work on, you could definitely walk, through the door and get to the cubicles. He went in there and began to chase her with a knife. And that's when they really started, I guess it was already implemented, but they really started being hard on people. Thank God she wasn't harmed, but that could have been prevented. First of all, a spouse don't come through the same way. I don't care if your mama worked there. My kids could not come through the back way where our actual, where we scanned our badges. They would have to come through the front. You were not to allow anybody that did not work there could not come through that way. Anyone that came through the front as a client or a relative had to go through security. You had to open up your bags and everything, let them wand you down, and then you can go and find out whoever it is that you want to see in the building. He could have came through the front way for real, but I don't know why he didn't come through the front way. He came through the back, and one of the employees was the one that let him in because they knew his face and they knew him to be that woman's husband. We got to be careful. So I'm going to watch that episode. Now that was episode 1, it was season 1, episode 11. So y'all, I'm trying to figure out if any of you guys know how to do this. Please let me know. If you tell me how to do this, I promise I will send you a free t-shirt or a free mug. I am trying to figure out how to, and it has to work, y'all, how to actually show a movie or a program or whatever, and then there's a video inside a video where I'm talking and we're watching TV together. Y'all, I tried it on Zoom. It worked on Zoom somewhat. I saw my face, I could hear it, but the screen was black. So you can't see what I'm watching. So that's my whole, I want to commentate like a movie or just watch a TV show, not a whole TV show, maybe snippets of it, and just like laugh about it or whatever. We can have movie night, but I don't know how to do it. I watched something and it said you could do it on Zoom. I see people doing it all the time. I got a computer, I got a laptop, I got an iPad, I got everything I think I need, but I need to know, is there a certain program that I need to do in order to do that? So help me out. If you got some information, let me know down in the thing. So all I did, y'all, was show the video and I was holding the camera, y'all. You probably see me in the silhouette of me in the back. I'm bootlegging it, y'all, until I make it. I promise I'm going to laugh at this later on because I'm going to perfect this YouTube thing. So I hope you guys enjoy the TV programs. Let me know something that you want to watch. I have a whole lot of streaming apps, so maybe we can watch something together and kind of commentate about it. All right. If you, once again, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, y'all. Click the bell for notifications, and I will see you again on maybe next week. All right, y'all. Bye.